I was born and raised in Alexandria, Virginia, June 22nd, 1965. My parents were great influencers in my life. I was very fortunate to have the mother and father that I have and had. They were both very hardworking people. They were very family-oriented. They were very community-oriented, and they would always put the other person first. And that's how we were raised, and that's been important in my values growing up. When I was in high school, I was always working. I would go to school during the day, and then I would get out of school and I would help my brother. My oldest brother at the time had a furniture delivery business. And so when I got out of high school, I'd go help him on deliveries. On weekends, I would work for my aunt and uncle who had a small local moving business in Rockville, Maryland. When I was 16, as soon as I got my driver's license, I'd use money that I'd saved primarily working with my uncle to buy the first truck that we started JK with when I was 16. I knew the industry had a jaded reputation, but I knew we could improve the reputation. I knew we could make a difference in the community, and I knew we could make a difference in the industry. Ultimately, I left school to focus on JK full-time. I moved the business to Loudoun County approximately 26 years ago. That's when we moved the headquarters out here. And working in Loudoun County, it made me realize what a great community it would be to raise a family. Ultimately, we moved out to western Loudoun County and made that the home for all of us. And it's been a great place to raise a family. Land preservation is really near and dear to me for a number of reasons, especially when you look at western Loudoun. Western Loudoun, in a lot of ways, is a living, breathing museum. As we're going down the road, if you're driving down Snickersville Turnpike, you're truly driving through a museum, a living museum. I'm a fan of progress, but I'm also a big fan of balance. And where I know we need communities and we need housing in the county, we also need to preserve some of the open space. Everything cannot be a subdivision. David Moyes called me and he was concerned over a 150-acre piece of property in Middleburg. That was the Middleburg training track. And Mr. Moyes was very concerned because there was residential development groups that were looking at buying the property and turning it into a residential community. When I met with them, I realized the history of the training center. I learned how impactful the training center was to the trainers and to a number of the horse owners in the community. At that point, we decided we won't close it down. We'll refurbish the training center. Today, we've refurbed 11 barns, 220 stalls. We've refurbished the training track, the training rail, and the grounds. And I'm proud to say today it's a vibrant business with some great trainers and some great clients. I think the trainers that train the thoroughbreds at the track continue to have a nice work environment to work from, a much improved environment that they had prior. I'm proud to say by the end of this year, the end of 2020, we will have conserved approximately 10,000 acres in Loudoun and the surrounding communities. That's 10,000 acres that 100 years from now will look as it looks today. The JK Community Farm has been another exciting startup business, another exciting challenge, and a great community give back that's doing better than we ever expected. My daughter, Samantha, was always excited about what the community farm was doing to help the food insecure in the Knoxville, Tennessee area and the surrounding area. And all of a sudden it kind of dawned on me, dawned on Sam, dawned on the executive team. We're conserving farms in Loudoun County. We have the farm space. What Sam is doing is fantastic in Tennessee. Why can't we duplicate it here in Loudoun County? It has turned out to be a tremendous success. 180,000 pounds of all-natural beef, all-natural pork, chicken, and organic vegetables will be donated this year in 2020 during the COVID crisis to the food insecure. I think the biggest influence that we've had in Loudoun County is the amount of employment that we brought to the county. We have approximately 1,100 employees. The majority of them work out of the Loudoun County headquarters. The majority of them live in Loudoun County. So I think we've brought a tremendous amount of employment and tax base to the county. I think on the philanthropic side, what we've done with the JK Community Farm has truly impacted the food insecure in Loudoun County. It means a lot to us. What we've done with the conservation easement work, I think, again, a lot of great people have preserved a lot of good land in Loudoun County. I think we've made a major contribution, putting almost 10,000 acres into conservation easement in the county, and there's more to come. I want to be remembered as somebody who was a positive contributor to the community, a positive contributor to the area. You look at a farmer takes a lot out of the ground, they have to put a lot back in the ground. I've taken a lot out of Loudoun County. I've taken a lot out of the surrounding area to grow and to build the businesses that we have here in the county. I'd like to be remembered as someone who also put a tremendous back into the ground.